I'm gonna bitch slap you with that fucking dolly. Ah. Added to the battle. Yeah, sure. Talk about reloading. She's a gothic Lolita. I'm convinced she's a robot, though. Yeah. With drills for hair. Bullet time battle. We're gonna add more ingredients to the recipe. At the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now, it'll cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any remarks, no matter how you blah blah blah. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. By pressing the tab key? Reload is R, Japan! ... Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. ... Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the right and left mouse buttons. It'll automatically reload at the start of the fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to blah 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 blah, in that case, ignore everything you just said. Yes, they are all 2D living in a 3D world, Caps. Okay.
You have it wrong! I cannot agree! You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst! Away with you! You miserable wretch! I cannot agree! You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch! You have it wrong!
No.
I cannot agree!
Oh no!
You are a fool. So pathetic.
Oh no!
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch.
Ow!
I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong.
No! Failing!
I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
She's also Japanese and particularly French.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here.
That minigame sucks.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Fuck you, Byakuya.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. 'Cause if it's not a killer robot, then...
They used pink because if they used red, they wouldn't have been allowed. It's a censorship thing.
What kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
Howie, my dear, you're so dense, but I love you.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Yeah, the robot suit doesn't allow you to bend at the stomach. What does he mean by that? Make your arguments. Robo Justice costume!
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Get it! Yeah, there you go.
No, that's wrong. You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my own feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. Telling you it wasn't me, dude. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. This seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist.
Caps, quit trying to help the murderers.
Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
God damn it. See, now you're on Celeste's side, Caps. This is a problem.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Absolutely no chance of that.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up, dude, with this thing, but I can't get it off. Help. Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? Dude, I didn't make it, stupid friggin' thing. There's a clasp on the back keeping you from getting it off. Pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right!
That's Sakura, and she is the strongest human. You be nice to her, Caps.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
You will wrestler?
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robo Justice. Or that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
So how long?
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
What? but there's plenty of doubts. You can say without a doubt as much as you want, Celeste.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Aoi, if I told you that the only thing you needed to live forever was to jump off the Empire State Building, you would probably jump off the Empire State Building.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Your waifu is weak. My waifu has purple hair.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Vampire lowly robot waifu. Gaps, you have a weird fetish.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right,
That
then.
would be nice.
Let's take another look back at what happened.
She got beat up by a fat man. I assume she got beat up by a fat man.
I suppose we could start with this morning.
She's not strong.
4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
Oh, she has much better grammar than my character does. Every time he lists names, he always puts me first. It's like, me, Hina, Kyoko, and Sakura. And it bothers me so much.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Didn't come to get me. I
It
ran up the
seems I was
stairs.
unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office, ...
Exclamation point, question mark. What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. You know, that's right. She led us on a wild goose chase. I hate to break it to you, Caps, but I think your waifu is part of the whole murder thing that's going on right now.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that...
Aoi's not smart. Okay, first off, Aoi ain't smart enough to do that. Hina is a precious little dumb swimmer girl, okay?
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
And she loves donuts. Her boobs are not smart enough to commit murder.
And then... At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
No. No, Caps, he did not kill himself.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
I'm pretty sure he killed Taka, though. This is what's happening. We're all hallucinating or something.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
I hope it's Celeste, just so that you can watch her die, Caps.
And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
As you notice, you're paying attention. Celeste did this. Celeste did this. Celeste did this. Celeste found the bodies. Celeste screamed.
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Celeste did do something. Celeste is actually Bush.
Rather than a single
And
series
Bush
of
did
events,
9/11.
I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
Truth I have to find no matter what. Make your arguments. Monokuma file number 3.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Yes.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
But order.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice
We've been
Hammer
kidnapped
4.
by an evil
See?
mastermind.
So
and are
it's
stuck in a
obvious
school.
Taka came
The only way we
after.
can escape is if we murder somebody and don't get caught.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Ah, damn, that was the wrong one. No.
Shoot!
Sorry.
So, I wonder if or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of
The numbering of the Justice Hammers!
Oh, god damn it, that wasn't it either?
Shoot!
Oh no.
So, I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
There's more to it, you just haven't watched all of it.
Regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if,
or perhaps it was after,
we already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
It's true that Hifumi was killed while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came
I
after.
don't know what one I'm supposed to be targeting. But they really used in that order. Okay.
So,
really used in that
regarding
order.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Ah! Damn it.
Shoot!
Well, that's my last life, so... Oh no, we failed. Trying again. Would you please me? Oh no! Try again. Yes, give it another
I
shot.
refuse to give up yet!
Okay, try this again. Get sick techno beats. We've got this.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Oh, wait. Wait a second.
So, regarding, I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know Taka came last.
What
think
makes
it's
you say
political.
that?
Because of the numbering of the.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with while Taka's death came from a
Swing of Justice Hammer 4.
Oh,
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
damn it. I'm not sure if the purple text I can actually target, though. Unless I'm using the wrong...
So,
Wait,
regarding
wait.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was
Forgot there's another
after?
function.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, damn it.
Shoot!
Okay, so I can get rid of the purple text.
So, regarding, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
So, regarding Taka's death,
Hold on. Concentration, hold the space bar. That's for weak spots. When the character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. As a weak spot and represents potential lie or contradiction. Multiple weak spots may appear. Q key to press Q to automatic according to the order.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers!
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
But they were in that order? Okay.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
I
See?
do not know.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
I hit both of them, right? I hit both of the gold texts and they were both wrong? Hate to do this. What? I don't. I don't get it. Let's see here. Hold on. And figure this out.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Oh, no.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No. Sword bullet. Sword bullet. How do I load the sword bullet?
Shoot!
It's not letting me reload.
So, regarding
How do I change vision, fast forward, weak spots, loading truth bullets? Move the mouse wheel up or down.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka.
Hold on. Something not right here. I will figure it out. Finals. Well, absorbable. 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 Oh god. Glowing green. Okay, okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the number.
It's true that he flew while Taka's death.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Hold one of the buttons long enough over it and absorb it. I vaguely recall that one.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What order? Okay, there
What
we
makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice head.
go. There
No,
we
that's
go.
wrong.
I just had to look up
Hold on.
control.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order.
But they weren't dead. Yeah.
But in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Oh! He was killed at 6 a.m. Hangman's Gambit. Hi, there we go. I need another T. I need another T. T. I need a T. 10 notes. No. No? I moved to a different... No? Oh, son of a bitch. Wristwatch! I need an A. Wristwatch. I need a C and an H. Wristwatch. 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 H. Wristwatch.
Now I understand.
Alright.
I
That
got
one was
it.
a bit easier.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer.
Oh, you're not gonna have me defend that statement. You're gonna keep us waiting, irritated boys, blah 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 blah, wristwatch, 10 o'clock, blah blah blah.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Yeah, they do.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
What was that? Downstairs, it must have been Hifumi in the nurse's office.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
Taka's body.
At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
He could not have been gone for more than a minute or two. But then the killer was able to get rid of the body in that short amount of time? Would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Hifumi wasn't dead.
What? How?
If the dead body were to move its